Today we're going to talk about sleep. We all love sleeping, right? I have to say, having a really good night's sleep is very rare for me. So rare, I actually remember the last time I had one. It was nearly 3 years ago, after a flight to Paris. I was completely wiped. I got into bed and I just collapsed. No tossing, no turning, no inner monologue about life decisions or whether I left the garden sprinkler on back home. Just darkness. Pure, deep, dreamless sleep. And the next day, instead of being jet-lagged like a normal human being, I actually woke up feeling like a demigod. Like I could sprint through the Louvre or bench press the Eiffel Tower. What happened there? We'll get to that later. Actually, my sleep isn't so bad these days. It has improved over the years. And thankfully, I don't wake up tired, grumpy, or convinced that I'm being punished by the universe. But that experience in Paris made me realize, if we ever manage to get really good sleep, it's like unlocking cheat codes for our mind and body. So why is sleep so important? Well, let's just say if oxygen is first on the stay alive list, sleeping is a strong contender for second place. Sleep is where the magic happens. That's when our brain clears out waste through the lymphatic system, our cells repair themselves, hormones get rebalanced, the nervous system calms down, and our entire body gets a chance to reboot. Bottom line, it's the key to great health and to keeping illness at bay. Even our emotions get sorted. Ever notice how everything feels more dramatic when you're sleep deprived? Like you burn toast and suddenly you're spiraling into an existential crisis. Turns out, sleep is the original therapist. Let's do some quick sleep trivia. Did you know that dolphins sleep with half their brain awake? Basically like being a tired parent of toddlers. And rats, deprived of sleep for too long, well, they die. Yep, not from hunger or dehydration, just from no sleep. That's how vital it is. And how about humans, you would be wise to ask? Well, in 2007, a study found that people who sleep less than 6 hours a night had a 70% increased risk of mortality compared to those who sleep 7 to 8 hours. So we're not just talking beauty sleep here, we're talking survival sleep. Be careful though, don't overdo it. Beyond 9 hours of sleep, you might just be making things worse for yourself. So as usual, everything in balance. Okay, so what actually happens when we don't get enough sleep? Well, our immune system weakens, inflammation goes up, blood sugar gets messed up, the risk of heart disease, stroke, and even dementia increases. And surprise, we become more impulsive and emotionally reactive, which means that late night decision to order garlic bread, text your ex, or launch a podcast about the emotional lives of houseplants might just be sleep deprivation talking. Now, here's the thing. We know sleep is vital, but modern life makes it really hard. I mean, screens blasting blue light. There's the caffeine at 5 p.m. because I just need to finish this email, right? There's stress, noise, overthinking, and let's not forget that inner voice that waits until 11:45 in the evening to say, let's re-evaluate every decision we've ever made. So how do we fix this? Here are a few things that have helped me, and some that science swears by. First, get morning sunlight. Just 10 to 15 minutes can reset your circadian rhythm. It kinda tells your body, yo, it's daytime, which later helps it know when it's time to wind down. Second, no screens 1 hour before bed. Yes, easier said than done, and I really suck at that one. That doesn't mean I don't believe in it though. I really do, so it's one of those do as I say, don't do what I do things. Well, sometimes I've tried reading a book, and that helps. You can also stare at a wall if that's your thing. Third, don't eat too close to bedtime. Your digestion needs rest too. Late night snacks confuse the system. Fourth, think magnesium, holy basil, chamomile. These are some natural options that may help. I actually have a holy basil tree in my garden, and I love having holy basil tea every evening. I also found that half a teaspoon of cinnamon and also some ground nutmeg can help before bedtime. But having too much of those can be kind of toxic for the body. So I haven't made that one into a habit. Instead of the cheap cinnamon, there's the real Ceylon cinnamon, which is less toxic and actually great for health, but for some reason, that one doesn't work as well for sleep. At least, not for me. Fifth, the sleep environment is crucial as well. Temperature is key. Recommendations vary on this one, but basically you want to be sleeping in a cool room, not warm, not super cold, just cool enough to want to be under a cozy blanket. Lastly, I think it's important to have a sleep ritual. I mean, we're creatures of rhythm, right? Having a familiar wind-down routine and going to sleep at around the same time each day can probably make a big difference. Oh, and I've got a bonus tip that works surprisingly well for me. So, I sleep in a pitch black room, and once I'm lying comfortably in bed, I do something a bit weird. I keep my eyes open for a minute or two. Yep, just lying there, eyes open, in total darkness. And here's why I think it helps. When our eyes are open, the brain is still looking for light. And when it finds none, when it's just deep darkness, it basically says, okay, it's definitely nighttime, time to release the melatonin, which is the sleep hormone, right? The key here is not just the darkness. It's to keep our eyes open so that they actively register that there's no light and send that no light signal to the brain for that melatonin release. So it doesn't work when you just close your eyes and wait for sleep. Anyway, after a while I start to feel sleepy, and then I do one more thing. I resist. Just a little. You know, like a chick playing hard to get. I try to keep my eyes open past the point of drowsiness. What happens then is wild. It's like sleep grabs me even harder, like the brain's releasing even more melatonin. And that's when I finally let go and I drift. Give it a try and let me know if that also works for you. I do have to say though, this works for falling asleep, but I'm not sure how much it actually helps with sleep quality. So back to that magical Paris sleep. Why did it happen? Here's my theory. I was exhausted, obviously. My circadian clock was reset by sunlight during the flight. And most importantly, I wasn't overthinking for once. I was just grateful to be in a quiet bed after a long journey. The body finally got permission to rest, and I didn't even need to do my sleep biohack. The bottom line is, sleep isn't just about getting through the day. It's about healing, repairing, balancing. We're not machines, right? We're living systems with rhythms and needs and deep intelligence. So tonight, let's not fight sleep. Let's invite it, make it cozy, safe, sacred, and maybe, just maybe, we'll wake up tomorrow feeling a little more like our superhuman selves. So thanks for being here. Let's keep exploring, questioning, and upgrading together. Tell me about your sleep. Do you struggle with it? Have you discovered any hacks? And if you're enjoying these videos, feel free to like, subscribe, and share. No pressure. Just don't watch it at 2 a.m. Sweet dreams.